Here what happened one carnival Juve morning. Slim and Tall Boy suddenly decide they want to play Juve. Now they had the whole year to plan their Juve, but no. They waited carnival Monday morning, say they want to play Juve, have no costume to put on. So they gone by Tanti Merle to see if they could borrow some kind of old clothes to play Juve. Tanti Merle was not there. So Slim and Tall Boy climbed to the lady window, go to she out, look around the place, and they see a parcel in a corner. Tanti Merle expensive drapes. She buy quite imported Spain for she house. Slim and Tall Boy find it, they take it out and they say, this is what we're going to use. They take Tanti Merle expensive drapes to play Juve. Slim wrap up himself in one piece, say he's Chief Lobombo, and Tall Boy the next piece saying he's Chief Mobombo. And they gone downtown to play Juve. Tanti Merle in the meantime had gone downtown, say she going and sell tulum. Don't ask me why Tanti Merle feels she must sell tulum on a Juve morning. But when Tanti Merle make up she mind to do something, she doing it. Now the tulum have a long story behind it. Tanti Merle had cut her finger and she was going to get something to fix it. So she asked Mavis to finish with the tulum for she while she go and get the box and fix her finger to go downtown. Now Mavis is a good lady, eh? She could cook, she could wash, she could sew, she could do everything. But tulum she can't make. If you see what Mavis do Tanti Merle tulum. The tulum come out juk up as if when Wassa almost fixed the road. When Tanti Merle come and she watch the tulum, she say, what you do to me tulum girl? What you do to me tulum? And she started carry on saying nobody go marry you because you can't cook and you don't know how to watch pot. And Tanti Merle decided she go fix up the tulum. Tanti Merle put all kind of thing in the tulum till the tulum come out red and white. You ever see red and white black tulum? Tanti Merle say, don't dig nothing, the tulum have a costume. And she take it up and she head downtown. Now when she reached downtown, she set up she box right in a corner where the bands have to pass. Sergeant Charles asked she to move it. She tell him she was there first. So she ain't moving it. And she want to see who name man move she tulum. So she in the corner with the tulum. This big band coming down, about 3,000 people in the band and they're jumping up. And Tanti Merle on the corner with the tulum. All I know is 1 minute I see Tanti Merle, next minute I ain't see nobody. And I ain't somebody bawling out, watch out for the tulum! Then who you think chose that moment to pass? Slim and Tall Boy playing Chief Lobombo and Chief Mobombo in Tanti Merle drapes. Well, when Tanti Merle spot she drapes, she let out a scream like a wild Indian and she take off behind Tall Boy. Tall Boy was singing, going up San Fernando. He by son, he never have time make Fernando. The last thing I see is two of them heading down the road, Slim and Tall Boy unwrapping drapes and Tanti Merle behind them picking up. And I read in the paper next day how 3 unidentified flying objects were seen heading for San Fernando. Crick crack, wire bend, story ends. If you don't want to get me vexed, don't ask me, how is the show? You did not come, you did not sponsor. So what you want to know? Wouldn't spend $1 to come and give support. Yet they're asking stupid questions. You must be making sport. Always complaining, no good shows in town. There's nothing decent, nothing clean, most of them too long. Oh, there's no place to bring my children. Oh, there's no place to bring my wife. Oh, there's nothing to stimulate my intellectual life. But every time we have a show, no matter how or when or where, it's like some of them turn magician just so they disappear. Last time he said was the rain. The time before she had the flu. And if I could remember correct, last time she had something else to do. Always have appointment. Can't remember the date. Boy, I can't buy a ticket, you know, in case I come back late. And like some of them is astronaut. Always have a flight. And no matter when I put the show, is always on that night. Yeah, it really is amazing when it comes to certain show. How some people never know or they have someplace else to go. But when you hear a jump and wave of foreigners in the place, them is the same ones to come and show their face. Buying ticket early, organizing line, for them kind of show they always there on time. And all kind of dirty, showy thing where anything could happen and you never really know. But me, is complimentary, not one or two, but three. There's only one to come by me when they could get in free. And this one is a leader, he's an elder, he's a personality, he's a well-known figure in the black community. Or this one is a journalist, have column in the press. Every time you see him, VIP on the chest. But why do I feel they're so special? Why they must get on so? You know, some people don't like to some people strive. There's one to bust my show. Well, let me tell you something. And I want everybody to know that one way or the other, we just always have a good show. Audience must be fantastic, actors must be great. We just make back all the money and we never overlate. Our true friends come out to support us. Everybody just have a ball. And when I stop and think about it, hey, we don't miss them so at all. Quick back, Maya Ben, story end. You know, looking at me, you won't believe I used to play music, you know. Well, I used to be in a band. Yeah, I used to be in a band called the Yo-Yos. We thought we were great, but plenty of people didn't think so. We thought it was because they jealous of us. We used to say the Yo-Yos go up, the Yo-Yos go down, the Yo-Yos play music all over the town. So we thought we was well great. So we decided to hire a manager. We hired a fella called Coops to be the manager. Well, Coops is the worst manager God put on the face of the earth. Coops can't even manage to get up in the morning, much less manage band. But Coops have plenty talks, boy. He have a master the talk. So one day he come and tell us he get a job for us in a place called Bogorville. People say Bogorville. The drummer say I wouldn't send my mother worst enemy to Bogorville. They got to understand when you come from Bogorville, it's so fine the country. People say, oh, even God don't know where Bogorville is. But you can't tell that to Bogorville people. So we say, boy, we show. Coop say, no problem, boy, no problem, man. It's a good gig. We're getting paid. We only got to pay for about half an hour, 50 minutes each half, and we're getting about maybe $1,000 or something like that. So we say, all right, we're going to take the gig in Bogorville. Well, boy, we practiced about 2 weeks till we had all the numbers organized. You know what I mean? And Saturday now, the day of the show, we set up on the side of the road, waiting on the transport from Bogorville. So we see this thing coming down the road. It wasn't exactly a truck. It wasn't exactly a car. It wasn't exactly a bus. Well, all three roll up in one, and on the back it marked "Away in a Manger." Well, it's only until "Away in a Manger" stopped in front of us, and a little half-dead fella jumped out and said, "This is the Bogorville Express," that we realized that this was the transport they sent for us from Bogorville. The drummer said, they like us, boy, they like us. So I said, well, boy, that's the transport, we had to go in it. So we pack up the truck with all the equipment and thing, and we jump inside, pack up, and heading for Bogorville. Only problem is that every time Away in a Manger reach a hill, it's stalling. So the driver said, you got to go jump out and push. Fella said, jump and push. He said, yes, if you want to reach Bogorville, you got to jump and push. We said, boy, we have no choice. So every time Bogorville, Away in a Manger reached, we jumping out and we pushing. So we jump and push, jump and push, jump and push, till we reach Bogorville. When we reach Bogorville now, all the Bogorville people come out. If you see them, boy, they're big and they're tough and they're looking at us. They say, a fella say, I hope all you could play, though. The drummer said, they like us, boy, they like us. Now, I got to tell you about the drummer. The drummer is a fella who takes 3 courses in how to win friends and influence people. And since that time, nothing to bother he. He said, they like us, they like us. So we gone inside the hall now and place half pack. So we start setting up on the stage. It's not until we finish setup, we realize no place to plug in. So we asked the manager, where the plug? He said, we don't have no plug inside here. You have to borrow current. No, Bogorville is a place you could borrow current. So we had to go about 3 houses down from the theater to our old lady house and ask she please if we could borrow current. She said, okay. So see us now, we plug in by the old lady house, run the cable right through the parking lot, up through the lavatory, onto the stage. Except every time somebody go in the lavatory, we gone off the air. So we had to put somebody permanent by the lavatory. Well, boy, we set up on the stage now, and everything ready for show. This time the place packed. I even see people, the drummer says only the dead look like they ain't come, and the bassman say he ain't too sure about that. Now we had 6 fellas on the band. We had the man on bass, man on sax, man on keyboard, you know, we had a shack man, and we had a singer called Silky Sam, the Satin Saint from Soulville. Hey, well, boy, the show starts, place packed. The Bougainville mayor come up and he talk for about 5 minutes, they boo he down. Noise. Bougainville people like to boo. Next thing come up was the choir. Well, they wasn't too bad, but all them had family in the audience. So every time somebody started to heckle, I said a cough started to pass. So the choir gone off nice. Next thing, a little girl come up say, I'm going to do a recitation. And she start off. Rat-tat-tat, who is that? Only grandma's pussycat, and she busts. Well, boy, nothing Bougainville like more than to see somebody bust. They start to laugh, they start to clap. Next thing I see the girl mother come up on the stage, snatch up the daughter and well start to cuss off the audience. Well, when the MC realized show go mash up before it start, he said, yo. I said, but we ain't ready to go on yet. The drummer said, they like us, boy, they like us gone. So we gone up on the stage now and we say, let us start off with something slow for them fellas. So he pick up a tune called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. But that was a mistake. Fellas in the crowd say, hey now, this ain't no religious service, you know. This ain't no Sunday serenade. What are you playing there? Well, the bassman say, boy, listen, let me jazz it up, jazz it up for these country people. So the bassman jazz it up. Please start off. If you hear noise, but sometimes the bassman gone, the drummer gone, sometimes the drummer gone, the saxman gone. If you hear noise, if you hear Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. So this time now the band making so much noise, nobody can hear Silky Sam the Satin Saint from Soulville. Silky Sam get vexed. So Silky Sam running around the stage shouting at the top of his voice. If you hear him screaming, people say, that is James Brown, boy. Bougainville say, that is James Brown. Well, who tell them say that? Silky Sam feel he mustn't only sound like James Brown, he must get on like James Brown too. So next time we see he gonna on one knee and he start to scream with one high note. People say, that is James Brown, boy, that is James Brown. Next time we find Silky Sam keeping the note long. When it takes stock, Silky Sam can't get up. He break his kneecap. Well, boy, if you hear noise, we start playing about 9 o'clock. The first bottle passed 10 past 9 was a bottle of sleeping tablets. A lady played it from 3 houses down. It missed the drummer by a He said, they like us, boy, they like us. Next time, bam, a beer bottle gone through his drum. All I know is the bassman say abandon ship. And we pick up Silky Sam and we pass him through the toilet window and we get out into the car park. It takes them about 4 hours to quiet the riot inside there. And the police who come, they push a hose through the window and they bay down the whole crowd. Boy, we make the trip back home next morning in the ambulance with Silky Sam and he break up kneecap. And guess who was driving the ambulance? The same fella who was driving away in a manger. He said, fella, all you good. All you the best thing ever come up here. He said, nothing Bougainville like than a good riot. And all you was a real riot. All you great ball, all you must come again. The drummer said, tell all you they like us. Quick crack, wire bend, story. Carnival Sunday night. 2 of my friends, Keith and Errol, find themselves pushing a bass band up Laventille Hill. They say they've been to help a fella called Mandy push the pan up Laventille Hill. But if you know Keith, and you know Errol, and you know Mandy, you're going to know that they had to be drunk to be pushing pan up Laventille Hill on Carnival Sunday night. But there, where they find them, pushing pan up the hill, Carnival Sunday night. Mandy say he was sleeping in the middle of the pan. He said he'd been there to steer the pan in case they needed steering. But Mandy lied. Mandy have a sleeping problem. Mandy could sleep anywhere, anytime. He Mandy stand up and sleep. He say once, boy, I sleep till I tired. Then I get up, I take a rest, and I go back to sleep again. So you know it was no ordinary sleep, Mandy was asleep. So Mandy sleeping between the pan, Keith and Errol pushing the pan up the hill. Now while they're pushing the pan up the hill, 2 of them giving each other old jokes, right? And when they reach the top of the hill, that is when Keith say, Errol insult his grandmother. Keith say Errol tell him how he see grandmother waving flag on Charlotte Street. You know, Keith don't like nobody telling nothing but his family. And Errol is a fella always bringing people family into the conversation. Your mother this or your father this, or your, always have family. So Keith get vexed, shock Errol. Errol back, hit the pan, next thing pan down the hill. Mandy say he dream he was on a jumbo flying. When he wake up, he going down Laventille Hill. Up to this day, people have talked about how Mandy stayed them pan that night. Mandy stayed the pan down Laventille Hill. He killed 2 dogs, a dog, a cat. He knocked down 3 insurance agents. He bounced down a newspaper reporter. He knocked down 6 Wassa signs. He hit 5 lampposts. He hit a TNTech pole. All the lights in town started to work for once. Then he scraped a police car and he bounced down a fella called Moses. Poor Moses. You know some people bad luck. Moses is bad luck. Now come down from New York. When he landed in Piarco, they think that there's something wrong with the suitcase not working. So bring all the suitcases on a cart. If you see where Moses' suitcase was, on the bottom about 500 suitcases. His suitcase get mashed flat so it looked like an envelope. I know customs still make him open it. If you see Moses' nice outfit from New York, everything mashed up and crumpled, fine. He had close-up toothpaste, he get close up. He had VO5 hair cream, he come like VO1. And on top of that, Mandy come and bounce him down. End up in the hospital, bounce up Percy. Well, you see Percy? Percy's a fella born to get in trouble. You ever hear about a tongue blight? That is Percy. Percy is the only fella I know police has arrested him because he looked as if he's going to do something. When you hear you lying with Percy, you got to make sure you contact your doctor, your lawyer, all your health thing, get it ready, put plenty bail money in your pocket too. Because as sure as God make Moses, by the end of the day, you in jail and Percy outside waving at you. Yeah, but Percy's problem is he like to advise people. Always want to advise people. He's an advisor. Going up the highway, the people fixing the road, he stopped to interfere with them. He say, fellas, all you sure you know what you're doing? Why you put more gravel here so? I find the road looking kind of crooked. If it was a highway, how this part so low? Fellas getting vexed, want to lick him down and move him. Another time, he gonna make crep say he gonna help school children cross the road. Nobody sent Percy. School children cross the road by themselves for years, nothing ever happened to them. Percy say no, they're doing it wrong. So he turned up this day with a big sign saying stop and asking school children to follow him. Well, it so happened Wassa was digging up the road as usual. Leave a big hole there as usual. Percy not seeing which way he going as usual, gone down in the hole. And all the school children gone down behind him. They say they thought they were supposed to do that. People calling gorillas. Traffic back up all the way. So Percy was always causing problem. What I remember the most about Percy though, was when the police almost jailed him. Percy go around telling people how he is a pusher. Police get to hear that come to arrest Percy. When you hear this story, Percy have a job in the hospital pushing patients. You see, Percy and that hospital is a long story. Percy had to work as an ambulance driver until he take the people ambulance and go and park up in the savannah when they used to have races, to see horse races. He put his bet on a horse called Never Weary, right? If you see Never Weary, it's the funniest horse I ever see in my life. Never Weary front foot just go faster than the back foot. Never Weary come in first, but the jockey fall off by the pole and they say the race lost. Percy said, well, he bet on the horse, not the jockey and so on. But he lose all the money. But what happened? Percy had a heart patient in the back of the ambulance. And he had make the heart patient put $50 on Never Weary too, and the patient lost. So he squealed on Percy when they get back to the hospital. So they say no more ambulance driving. But he and the hospital director had a good thing going. So he said, okay, I'll give you another work. What you want to do? Percy say he like to work with driving, plenty wheel in it. So he get a job pushing patients in the hospital. You know how many patients cure after one push from Percy? Patients say they rather get off and walk. Men walk back to their bed just so. Percy pushing patients singing, nearer my God to thee. Boy, so in the end he lose that work too. And they fire him. But what really happened with Percy was that he go behind the hospital and open up his own little clinic, giving doctors and people advice, right? Tell them you know this and you know that. Tell them which doctor to go to, which one not to go to. Tell some of them all they need is a good see Batman. Go home. Well, you know it must be work because half of them ain't come back. So either they cure or they're dead. Quick crack, why have been story end.